Sorry about that. You did not hear us. Sorry. So this is the second episode of the Eagles Nest. As you notice, I'm Eric. This is Paul. And you notice there's another guy with us this time. And he is the third member of our group. Say hello to Carlos, everybody. Carlos, it's finally actually got you on the show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank God I could make it over and, just come over and support. And let's do our best on this show.
Definitely, most definitely. So, you're wondering why Paul and I are in Phillies. Well, we got some good news on you right now. So, baseball is back. We're actually are very excited that baseball is back and running around. It sucks that there are not going to be any crowds. There's going to be no fans, and it's going to hurt with the budgeting with the owners and all the people who work inside Citizens Bank Ballpark as well. I want to go before we go into with the comments and concerns with us. I want to show you guys what's happening, what's going on. So. They're going to be a training camp going to start on July 1st. Season starts July 23rd or the 24th, depending on what they're going to pick. Spring training will be at the Citizens Bank Ballpark and in Allentown, where the Iron Pigs play at the Coca-Cola Park. Most of the teams the Phillies are going to be playing against will be the division, the NL East, and doing the AL East teams, which is trying to lower down on the traveling due to the coronavirus, which hopefully it doesn't be as bad as it's going to be with everybody else. So I want to get your guys' opinion on it. So Paul, let's start with you.
Welcome, guys. How you doing? Now I can actually talk. So, how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
Doing good.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So, hi. Yes, me. Paul. Look at that. I can talk. So,
Paul, ladies and gentlemen.
yes, me. Yeah. So you're probably trying to wonder why, Paul, why haven't you spoke? Well, there's been a lot of stuff going on. This pandemic, this everything. But we're trying to keep our heads up and whatnot. And baseball. Not my favorite, but baseball. Something that will relieve us from this tension of a pandemic. This something. I mean, mind you, I'm not, as y'all know, as y'all see, I am not the biggest baseball guy. I'm a, Eagles guy.
Eagles.
So, baseball is back. I'm going to be watching it. Maybe. But I will be watching it because, I'm running a podcast, so I have to watch it. That's just what I have to do. I have to educate myself and educate you guys. Now, as far as the whole Phillies organization and the baseball starting back up, I don't really think it should have. I really don't think that we should see sports this year. So look at it this way. We already got Phillies tested positive. 5 of them. And some trainers. Okay? Now I'm going to segue now. We've got WWE people, wrestling, getting tested positive. Okay? What else? It's all about keeping people safe. And they're not really doing a good job in keeping people safe. Some people just don't listen. We are from Pennsylvania, okay? And we have public transportation called SEPTA, for those of you that don't know, okay? SEPTA should require people to wear a mask on it. You're in a very enclosed space, and it should require. I was on SEPTA the other day, and I was on the bus. I was on the 109 bus. And half of the people were not wearing masks. And I'm asthmatic, and I'm wearing a mask. Really? I know. I'm going off point. Like I always do, because it's me.
Plus, you got to think about one thing too, because with a lot of people with the virus and all, they even said a lot of people who have health problems should be able to wear a mask due to the fact that it can cause wheezing, difficult breathing, and it could be other things. But he's taking the risk out there because he has a little girl. Like I have 2 kids as well, and we want to keep them safe and make sure they don't get sick. Plus, to add on the top of it, this is more shout out for him. He has his grandmother living with him as well, which is something that you don't want to get the elderly sick, which is another thing.
Carlos?
I agree with you guys for the simple fact that this is one of the reasons why Philadelphia at the moment right now may not be going into the green come July 3rd, for the simple fact that there are amongst way more cases happening in Pennsylvania, not just Pennsylvania. You got Arizona, you also got Florida. Texas, Florida, a couple other states that opened up a little bit early. It's sort of like they're getting their second wave now, even though they're not. The second wave is not supposed to be here yet, but a lot of cases are climbing tremendously. And me personally, I love my my sports teams. Even if I don't watch all of them, I try my best to tune in as much as I possibly can. But in the same token, we love all our players. We love all our coaches. We want everyone to be safe. We want everyone to continue to still have their jobs. But I just think we got to do it in a safe way because people aren't listening. Then you have the groups of people that feel as though wearing a mask is against the law. And then you got groups of people that saying wearing a mask is protecting your family and your fellow, neighbor. But it's risky. It's risky business. I understand we're in a pandemic and we want some entertainment, but safety is key. Safety should always be number one and always come first. I hate wearing a mask myself, but I have a family, I have friends that I have to protect, and we have to be safe out here. So, hopefully, thank God I don't have to take SEPTA anymore. I just recently have a vehicle, and when I was on the SEPTA, we had to get on the back door. And people are still coughing, weren't wearing masks, and I'm just sitting here like, y'all don't watch the news, huh? Y'all don't know what's going on, or you do know, and you don't care. So you just, not to keep on rambling, but this pandemic has got us all yearning for entertainment, some type of normal life like we had like a couple months ago. But in the same token, as Americans, as humans, we got to protect each other and ourselves.
Right, and there's a lot of it. It's like you made up a good point with that. When it comes down to the pandemic, like it's affecting a lot of sports. It's where it's affecting a lot of the UFC. It's affecting boxing. It even affected with WWE with their show that they had on Fox, the Backstage. Because even though they were getting low ratings, they canceled it out of nowhere due to the fact that they got their budget cut.
Right.
Fox cut their budget down to almost close to where it's only maybe like $5 million, to where that they can't afford everybody on there. And what I'm hearing as well, which we're adding wrestling into it for all those wrestling fans out there, that they handed everybody who was on contract with Fox to WWE.
Right.
Is what I'm hearing. So that would possibly be where they're saying CM Punk is now part of WWE again. But I don't know how well Punk will take that. Mr. Wrestling himself right here.
Let's stop going off the track here. So, baseball is back. Am I happy? Somewhat.
Sports.
We kind of as a nation, need a relief of some time. I mean, hell, we have NASCAR, people.
And they're,
I'm not a
I've been watching NASCAR.
fan. We have people in cars that go fast. That's an exhilarating sport. I don't follow it, but that's an exhilarating sport. We have golf. Come on now.
there even talks about maybe bring the U.S. Open for tennis
Okay, easy.
in August.
Guys. With the golf and the tennis.
So
It's a good sport, but come on. You're
I want to
pushing.
get you guys' opinion with this one because right now the teams are playing. They're playing with their full contracts with everybody with baseball, and the people who were fighting it was New Jersey's own Mike Trout is one of them, and Phillies Bryce Harper. They were talking about it, saying that they don't want to. They were going to take a. They already had a 50% cut of their pay, and then they were going to take another 25% off when this because they're only playing 60 games. What is your main opinion? What's your opinions on that? To where that they're getting their full play salary and they still couldn't come to terms of playing. I'll say to Carlos.
I'm gonna say it's sort of like at the end of the day, it's kind of a touchy subject because you have your essential workers and then you have your entertainers
Mhm.
and then you have your athletes. Athletes is sort of part of the entertainment. Technically, it is, but I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or step on any toes. But me personally, it's sort of like their off season. If they can't play, they still have a contract. Stick to that contract.
Right.
It's not their fault they can't play. This is a global, which means the entire planet, a global pandemic.
Mhm.
It's not their fault.
No.
You know, if they can't play, they can't play.
Right.
They should still get paid.
Right.
You know, like for instance, the essential workers. And unemployment. A lot of people were, kind of upset because unemployment people are getting paid more or, more than essential workers. I feel as though that is true and it needs to be changed. It needs to be worked out to where essential workers should be getting paid even more,
Mm-hmm.
During and after this pandemic.
Right.
And records should be kept known that they were working since it started towards the end, whenever it decides to end. But these athletes should still get paid because it's their contract.
Right.
It's not, like I said, it's not their fault that they can't work. It's a global pandemic. It's global.
Right.
On that note, I am an essential employee. He's an essential employee. This man's not. But, I'm an essential employee. He's an essential employee. We have jobs. We've been working through this. We've been taking the steps and precautionaries from this. So, on that note, on a lighter note, we're gonna step away from the pandemic and talk about something that pisses me off to no end.
This was something that we all agreed on this, and mind you, there's a lot of us that sit there and will disagree on each other. But this is something that WIP did, 94 WIP. They did a voting off of Twitter. They did the top 50 goats of Broad Street. We have the top 20, which they were able to post. So, want to show what they have. For the top 20 they have so far, they have Jason Peters at 20, Cole Hamels at 19, Ryan Howard, Moses Malone, Randall Cunningham, Jimmy Rollins, Eric Lindros, Joe Frazier, Charles Barkley, Donovan McNabb, Bernie Perron, Nick Foles, Steve Carlston, Julius Ervin, Bobby Clark, Chase Utley, Brian Dawkins, Reggie White, Mike Schmidt, and topping it off is Allen Iverson. Now, I would say right off the bat, this list is not correct. And mind you, a lot of us, I can say this, him and I, we both listened to the station. We actually agreed with Angelo,
Morning host.
the morning host of the morning show, which a lot of times not a lot of people can agree with him, some do, and we actually agreed with him on this. I wanted to go through it before I give off like what I think should be number 1 and number 2, number 3. Let's give it to Paul. Paul, voice your opinion, man.
Let's hear it, Paul.
Okay, so I'm going to calm down. Okay, because
Who's Fraba?
Iverson should nowhere near be fucking in the top 20. Sorry, he was just a fucking entertainer. He was good, but no. Schmidt, White, and Bobby Clark. Sorry. Calm down.
Well, hold on. Allen Iverson is good. I don't know about the top 10, but in basketball, I mean, I don't mind him being in the top 10. I mean, let me take that back. But at the number 1 spot, I don't know.
I am going with frickin' Angelo again. Wilt should be on there. Sorry, he was the greatest of all time. He was still playing. Screw that. Sorry. But we're going to move on from that. So, Mike Schmidt, the greatest third baseman of all time. Greatest player of all frickin' time is not number 1. Why? That's just frickin' biasy right there. Okay. Then you got Reggie. Did not win a championship, but won a championship when he was in Green Bay? Whatever.
Yeah.
So he still got his, but he didn't win it here, but he got his. Okay. Then you got Brian Dawkins and all that other stuff. But see, my thing here is you got at number 10 Bernie Perrant. Why? Why do you have Bernie Perrant at number 10? He should be in the top 5.
I already know right off the bat with all this list, we're going to be having different number 1s, so sit tight.
He's got, he's hockey. He's basketball.
Well,
So-
mostly football. Eagles all day. Had to let you know that.
So, Mike Schmidt, greatest athlete in the sports of Philadelphia. Okay? Not gonna lie. He's there. But then you got Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, Julius Erving. Like, come on now. Like, seriously? Iverson should nowhere near be top 10, let alone top 20.
It was a freaking popularity contest.
That's exactly what it was.
That's what it basically looks like.
That's
But you
what
gotta
that's
give
what it is.
credit where credit is due.
Fuck.
That's all I'm saying. I don't agree with him being number 1. Like, come on, number 1.
Like, yeah,
But-
he was good, but he didn't have, like, yes, he had the stamina, he had the style what formed the NBA what it is today.
Man.
But he couldn't, like, yes, he got the Sixers to the finals for the first time in how many years?
Never got a chip.
But
Never got a
he
chip.
couldn't
Never got a
beat Philly's, well, technically Lower Marion's own Kobe Bryant.
Right?
And mind you,
Never got a chip.
if Kobe played for Philly and we drafted him, not AI, we would have had championships.
Never got a chip. Iverson never got a chip. Steve Carlson did. Bernie Perrant did.
Mike
Yeah.
Schmidt did.
Mike Schmidt did. Chase Utley did.
Nick
Jimmy
Foles.
Rollins did. Ryan Howard did.
Nick Foles.
Cole Hamels and Jason Peters.
Jason Peters, yes indeed. McNabb would have had it.
Fuck McNabb.
Well,
Well,
we would have had
Paul-
T.O. We would have had T.O. on the time, but T.O. got dropped down to somewhere in the 30s, so.
McNabb's a choke artist.
Paul, why do you feel that way, Paul?
McNabb's a choke artist. He never had.
Well, wait.
What?
We have to go back to that game. You got to remember.
No, I'm not.
Think about
Oh,
it.
there we go.
Whole season,
Nope.
that whole season,
Nope.
the kicker hasn't missed a kick
Nope.
until
If
the
he
Super
would-
Bowl.
If he would have put on his big boy pants and freaking manned the hell up and actually passed the ball to T.O., we would have won that game.
But listen, I understand that. It's not all on the quarterback. I get it. But when we punted the ball for the field goal, we've missed. He didn't miss that whole season between 2003 and 2004. He didn't miss
9 catches,
until we got into the game.
9 attempts. That's it. The whole game. 9 attempts. 9 throws to T.O. That's it. The whole game. The entire of the Super Bowl. 9 throws to our best wide receiver of that time because they were having beef.
I agree. Yeah, he didn't want him to steal all the glory. I get it. But, because me personally, I like T.O. I like T.O. Even though, he ran his mouth, but at the end of the day,
he was a diva.
he backed it up. He backed it up. Me personally, I think he, should still work with the Eagles, but I'm quite sure he might not. But just when you get a chance, just check out that season because we would have definitely beat the Patriots.
Check out that season. Yes, please do. When T.O. left, we started losing games.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And I was upset. I was upset. Then when he went to the Cowboys, I was on fire.
Well, when T.O. got hurt, we started losing games, and then when he came back, we started winning again. But remember who brought us to the Super Bowl? Do you remember who brought us to the Super Bowl? It wasn't McNabb.
And mind you, McNabb was injured.
It wasn't
It was.
McNabb.
Yes,
Do you
it
remember who brought us to the Super Bowl? Do you remember who brought us to the Super Bowl?
Name him.
Go ahead, Paul. Say his name.
Do you remember?
I do remember.
Okay, so he brought us there just to have him red hot quarterback yanked out. I'm sticking with my quarterback, Big Red. I'm sticking with my quarterback. Okay.
A lot of people were mad.
Mind you, this man would have had another ring.
Indeed.
He would have had another ring from a different team. Mind you, I have a parent who used to follow the team he used to play for. And I can tell you right off the bat, he would have gotten that next ring.
Mm-hmm. Well, he probably wouldn't have got ran out of Philly if
No.
he would have, stuck with that quarterback.
Plus, he wouldn't have plus the only thing is, he actually wouldn't have had to wait to get it
Right.
until he went to Kansas City.
True. All I'm saying, the Eagles are, and I don't care who you are, the Eagles are way better than the Patriots. And I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash, and I just don't give a damn. Because every time we played them, I remember, I forgot the year, but it was a year that the Patriots were undefeated. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
Eagles were losing every game until we played them. And we were the only one to take them out. Once we beat them, a couple other teams beat them. But I'm just like, dude, we have the potential of beating the best team in the league. What the hell? And this is when we had Chip Kelly. Guy I don't even like. I don't even want to say his name.
Potato
Scratch
chip.
that.
Potato chip.
I don't like that guy. But because he basically just he had a fine, well team. All he had to do was put them together in the right spot, and he just was peeling them apart.
You know, the one team, with that team that came in, the one thing that actually made that team look great was the defense.
Yes.
The reason why that team was great was defense because it was JJ. Jim Johnson's call.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that defense from inside and out. And one of the guys that I loved that he coached, and he was one of the greatest cornerbacks. And plus, he did the catch of the one Dallas game. Was it Troy Aikman or was it Blitzo? It was his last game. Lito Shepherd, right at the end zone, 109 yards back, touchdown, game. And the funny thing is, I used to have a flip phone. Sutton told me to record it. I record that whole play. And it was a memory that if I wish I still had that clip, that video, I would have posted it on Facebook everywhere. It was one of the best plays Lito Shepherd ever had.
That was a flip phone.
Yes.
Motorola.
Actually, it was an LG. LG's from Sprint. And this one, the only reason I went with the phone, I actually was able to interchange the faces. So
Ooh,
it was a red.
age, bro.
It was a red phone, and I had blue sides on it, so I had a Phillies phone. So
There you go. Gotta represent.
Exactly. So as we went off topic to all that with all the players on it, let's go back into the Goats of Broad Street. Carlos, give me what's your top three? What you think should have been?
My top three?
Yes.
Let me see. My top three. Any team. Any Philadelphia team.
It's any player that played in
Within
Philly.
this,
Yeah.
Or any player.
Any player that was in Philly.
Wow. In the last 50 years.
Yeah.
And it wasn't more.
Okay, well, I gotta go with Cole Hamels. I gotta give my man respect.
What number for him? We're doing three. We're doing right in order, the top from three up.
Come on.
Cole
now.
Hamels at 2.
Okay.
Because he's one of my favorites. Charles Barkley at 3.
Okay. Number one.
Charles Barkley at 3. Come on. I'm a fan. I'm just a fan of Charles Barkley. Number one is kind of a toss-up because I want to say Nick Foles. I want to say Nick Foles.
Because he brought a championship to Philly.
No, because I seen what he was able to accomplish in 2010. Was it 2010 or 2015? Listen, I'm taking it back. When he came in, matter of fact, it was before we traded him. He was garbage, and I gotta admit, he was still testing the waters, and we were playing the Saints, I believe, and we were losing. We did lose that game, and then he threw a tremendous pass. And we were all the way towards towards the goal. And I just seen a cannon of an arm. And I have so much respect for him. Once we finally did get to the Super Bowl, I rejoiced. I lost my voice that night. I lost my voice for a couple days that night, after that night. And I just got a respect for him. Because no matter how much people booed him, even when we lost him, I was like, I'm hoping we get Foles back. We got him back. And you know what? Number one is Foles. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I don't care. Barkley, Hamels, Foles. My number 3.
Okay. We don't know your top 3. Have you said your top 3?
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for yours. I'm waiting for yours.
All right. Now, mind you, as he said, I am a big hockey guy. He's a fly guy. All that, baby.
Let's go. Gotta show the tag, man.
So, with my top, when it comes down to it, I'm a little bit old school as well. Number 1, it goes to the hardest job right off the bat. It's going to be Bernie Parent. Bernie Parent, he gave this. If it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have won. Number 2, I give it to Chase Utley. I knew it. Chase, with him, how he played, his chemistry on the field, and I am definitely say it. I will say the full thing, uncensored, as we won the championship. World champions. World fucking champions. as it says right there. Yes, I have the ring. Number 3. This one goes to a man who has type 1 diabetes. He is one of the legends of Philadelphia. Is Bobby Clark.
I knew it!
We'll say out the bat, there is some Sixers I think that should be up there, where like in the 4 and 5s, but these guys pretty much molded and gave Philadelphia their championships.
I called it.
That's because you know me a little more better than most people do when it comes down to sports.
Fly Guy. But biased opinion, Fly Guy.
How about you, Birdie?
Yeah, let's go. Let's hear your top 3.
What? Huh? Like I said.
Curtis.
So like I said, like I've been saying, Mike Schmidt, number one, all day, every day. Mike Schmidt, okay, all right.
Michael Jack Smith.
Reggie White, I'm sorry, Reggie White, okay.
Okay.
I agree.
And
I agree.
number 3, Dr. J.
Okay.
Dr. J.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's got to be done.
Okay.
Well, we all have our opinions. No, I'm just joking.
But we all have our opinions with the top of the list. If you guys are not watching it live or you guys are live, comment down below and
Please.
tell us your top 3. What do you think should be the face of the Goats of Broad Street? The top 3.
For all you guys out there who's listening to us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please.
On YouTube, we do have a YouTube page. Soon we will be managing over there. But once the numbers go up, we will be over there
Yes.
full time. But we will be posting the video on Facebook. So
And
for those,
just remember, please keep it clean. We do use profanity, but we try to cut down on it.
it's hard.
Please keep it clean. No hate, none of that, because you will be blocked.
Yeah.
And this is just a debate. You can have your debate. You might not agree with none of us, but please, it's friendly. Keep it clean. That's all we're asking.
We're good on debating. We love debates. That's how you notice with us 3.
Ah,
That's how we're doing. But
on to some other news.
let's go on. Let's go on back to current Eagles with this season
Yes.
coming along. So let's talk about that fight
Oh man, that was.
with Goddard getting sucker punched as he was out.
No honor. Whoever did that.
They gave out his name, but I never got. I don't know if Paul was listening to the show or not at that time, but they said his name on the air,
Right.
but I never got the guy's name fully because of the fact that I was busy working and I'm in and out of cars every day.
See, this is the thing though. He wasn't fighting. He was trying to break up the fight. And just out of nowhere, whoever this drunk, crazed guy was, he probably could have been sober.
Right.
He just hits him with a right. Did he have to do that? No. Why? We don't know. But when someone's trying to break up a fight to prevent any more casualties, like, come on, man, that was ugly. Like,
Yeah.
that was uncalled for. Like, come on, dude, seriously. But to that guy, that's a thumbs down to you, and I hope the Eagles players don't get to you, because when they do, you're gonna be sorry.
Just hope the whole city of Philadelphia doesn't come to you.
Don't come to South Philly. Don't come to Philly at all.
Well, that means he had to leave his state of South Dakota.
You might want to stay up there, buddy, where you're safe for
Yeah.
now.
Stay with your Boston fans.
No. Don't even get me started.
Anyway, so, the fight, it happened. It is what it is.
You know that Weird actually has some backup with that.
Oh yeah, everybody's got
yeah.
backup.
Oh, yeah.
Goddard.
Yeah.
Everybody, the whole team. The whole
team already said if I was there, man, it would have went different.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, everybody was the same. screw it, let's go. You know, if I was there, that would not have happened. Everything else like that, it is what it is. But, you know, so on to the other point that we were talking about by, you know, how the sports is coming back and everything else like that.
Ooh, yes.
I think that, you know, I think that it's starting up. Not sure. Maybe, you know, you might know some about the Flyers or whatnot. Yes, you know, this is the Flyers expert right here. I believe that they were talking about bringing up the season again.
Yes, they are bringing back up the season. They're supposed to be starting up training camp which training camp already started with the team, which is actually phenomenal. I am happy as hell to actually finally get hockey back to normal. They're actually doing a playoffs kind of push. Mm-hmm. What they're doing is they're going to be doing qualifying rounds with it. They're going to be bringing in they're trying to see who's going to get the number 1 seed, the 2nd seed, the 3rd seed, and the 4th seeds between Washington, Boston, Lightning, and Flyers to see who's going to get that number 1 seed. Then they're going to bring in everybody. Like Pittsburgh they're going to go up against the Montreal Canadiens. They're going to go through that. It's going to be a great season. Like, I'm looking forward to this. Like, it's nothing. They're going to be doing different hubs in different cities. They already confirmed Vegas is going to be doing it for the West Coast. And then they're going to be doing somewhere on the East Coast. Possibly, there are talks about maybe doing it in I think up in Canada, like Toronto. Possibly they're doing that. So it's going to be great to see just any kind of sports back. So it's going to be phenomenal. We're going to love it. It's going to be at least something to watch. Yes, there's not going to be fans, but it's something to watch. And I want to bring back one thing with the football. I want to get your guys' opinion on it. Because the league gave permission for the owners of the stadiums to declare how many fans are allowed in the stadium. They're leaving the whole lower section covered. There's going to be nobody at the lower section. They're going to have sponsored tarps all over the seats. The next thing are going to be there might not have any club box seats open. Everybody is going to be up towards nosebleeds. How do you guys feel about that?
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. They shouldn't have any fans in the stands. They should do like what freaking, you know, overseas is doing right now. They actually put there's an opera house actually. There's an opera house that had, you know, did a show recently, and every single last seat was filled with a plant.
A plant?
A plant. Every single seat was filled with some type of plant. It was great. It was amazing. Like I saw pictures of it online or whatever, and like the opera house was streamed online. The whole show was streamed online, but every single last seat was filled with a plant.
It's just like with South Korea. South Korea, they did their baseball, and they actually filled all their seats with stuffed animals. Mm-hmm. Every single seat behind the dugout, out in the fields, were covered in stuffed animals. Mind you, you see like 3, 4, 5 SpongeBob SquarePants in the seats. You see like
Bubble, huh?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I don't know if you guys watch South Park sometimes. Sometimes I do.
God damn it, Kenny.
Yeah. They have an episode on there for drones.
Yeah.
And basically they were trying to figure out a different way for the I guess the NFL to make more money. Uh-huh. But having less people. So what they were doing, they were using drones. And it's kind of funny because they had like drones as a neighborhood watch. They had drone police officers, and I can sort of see that happening. So you can still be up close, because technically that camera, there's a camera that is on a cable that just surfs up and down, back and forth all around the field during the game. So I mean, if you probably pay half of the price of a seat for a drone to be in the stadium. I mean, it'd probably be kind of dumb. You know, you should just watch it on TV, but I mean,
I'll say this. Do you know who actually invented that kind of camera?
I remember. I forgot.
Vince McMahon.
He did.
Vince McMahon is the main patent owner who actually came up with that idea. They're doing the pan over because he started using that when he started doing WrestleManias outside, and he was doing the overhead view of everything, and then he patented it, sold it to the NFL, and the NFL uses it at every stadium.
That camera, is there a lot? Is okay. Let's just talk about that for a second. That camera itself is the reason why a lot of things you can't get away with in the NFL.
Right.
For instance, penalty hits, face mask grabs.
Uh-huh.
And you know what's funny? And I find this, and I'm kind of frustrated. Every time we see it as fans, we see it. We see it as clear as day. And it I'm sorry I get a little pissed off at this because it was so many times I've seen penalty hits when, Philadelphia was in Dallas. I'm going to say it.
Cowgirls.
Exactly. Philadelphia, was in Dallas with the Cowgirls. And it's like AT&T Stadium is sort of like, oh, well, we're going to pay off these refs. They're not going to see nothing that we do wrong.
Speculation. We got to say that.
We had to cover our own asses. Sorry.
Sorry about that. But anyway, it's like, dude, we see it as clear as day. Why don't you? And that camera catches everything, but yet there's no flag. But yet there's no call.
Mind you, you can say this like anyone in the NHL.
Well, that was back in the day. That was back in the day. Remember that. That was always back in the day when it was like when we had running quarterbacks.
Vic.
Yes.
McNabb, Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
When we had running quarterbacks, and they would all late hits.
Mm-hmm.
Running out of the pocket, but they throwing the ball.
Right.
Okay?
They would slide to them helmet first.
Roughing the passer.
Yep.
But
When it happens to us, we never get that call.
Exactly.
Anything else like that.
Exactly.
But that's besides the point. On to you.
But one thing to say about with the NHL, they're trying to do away with the blue line crossing by passing the blue line where another player is already over. Your guy's over there and you're trying to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was there's cameras that you don't see. There's cameras now in the boards, like down towards the feet, where they can see where if the puck passed that blue line first or you did.
Yeah, they also got cameras in the what are those things, the little orange things by the goal line.
And that.
No, it's Pie-kin.
Oh yeah, with the NFL, the pylons.
Yeah, the pylons. They have cameras in those as well.
Yeah, and they're
for
Bluetooth.
extras. Exactly. So, we got all these cameras, but yet we still don't get the help we need.
But you know what?
When we get penalized.
You know what? It's a good thing now. Really good really good on their penalties. I believe Sixers.
Yeah.
Basketball is a really good thing, that really is up to date, I guess, maybe on their calls. I mean, you would probably know a little bit more than I would about that.
Yes. So, I mean, I gotta admit, it's a lot of things that they don't call, but then there are a lot of things that they do call.
Don't get me started.
Like for instance, the rebound, snatch and grab, and then you hit the elbows. Like, come on, man, you seen what he was doing. Or I don't want to talk about it, but the flopping, and I like the guy, but the flopping of LeBron, like, come on, bro. You breathe on the guy the wrong way, he's going down. So, I mean, but I believe it is fair. A lot of the calls in basketball are fair because a lot of the calls, a lot of the refs are paying attention. You know, they're running with those players. They're up and down the court with them. You know, and it's. I admit, you know, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fights. Sometimes the ref get into the fights too.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like I've been trying to get back in the NBA, and I am a Sixers fan, but I grew up with the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
So I grew up with different both sides of the field. I grew up with the city of brotherly love, how we are the blue collar kind of city,
Right.
to how the Queen City holds how they hold their teams up and all.
Mm-hmm.
So with how the NBA's been rolling, it's like for the years, Philly always, depending on the player, I notice it depends what kind of call they're going to get.
Right.
Because if it's LeBron's is the one. It's like he doesn't get hit. All he has to do, the guy can be as far away as I'm going to do this. He is there's two cameras, but he's far away from me. So him and I, he can be that far away from you and I. I can just do this, touch your hand. All of a sudden, he gets, my eye.
My man should play soccer, man.
Soccer knows how to play it off.
Right. But that brings me to another situation, like on some of the players I miss. I'm just gonna go after just one player I miss. I know it didn't work out, but I do miss Jimmy Butler. Sorry.
Everybody misses Jimmy.
I miss Jimmy Butler.
I do.
And we had him for that short spell of time.
We would have had a champion. We would have been in the championship.
I was glued to the television. I was proud to be a Sixers fan.
I'll say this. If they gave the ball to Butler, not MB, we would have been in the NBA Finals.
That is true. And I'm not saying I don't like Embiid, but I'm just saying.
But NB needs to
to
shape up, and not just that, he needs to change up his diet.
Embiid is fat and out of shape and always fucking sick.
And mind you, he has weak knees as it is. He can change that, but he's sitting there eating Chick-fil-A. Like, I understand. I love Chick-fil-A. The food's great.
Me too.
But you're an NBA player. During the off season, yes, have fun with it, enjoy it. But once the season starts, do what you gotta do with it. But it just doesn't make sense. They need to have it to where that, because yes, I'm gonna go to Ben Simmons. Ben has been practicing the jumper for years now.
Yes, indeed.
And mind you, he landed it against China.
Yes.
What happened to the regular season? He did not try.
Mm-hmm.
He stood there at the line, and it looks like he saw fucking Shaq up like this against him. You're a fucking point guard. Sorry about my French, but he has down to a T where you're a point guard, you should know how to pass, you should know how to shoot, and you should know how to get to the net. He got getting down to the net and passing. Where's the damn shooting?
And if you feel as though you can't shoot, find the next man that can. Make that call. Make that proper call. You know? Find the next man that can definitely sink that basket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't be afraid. Listen, this is not 2K. This is not NBA Live. Don't worry about them stats, bro. It's about the team.
Like Brett Brown, yes, Brett Brown knows him. He knows him because of his father.
Right.
But what he needs to do is be a coach. Don't baby him.
Yes, be a coach.
Be like
challenge him.
Be like Coach K. If you have to, get in his face and tell him, shoot the damn ball.
Right.
You're gonna miss some. You're gonna make some. We don't care if you go 0 for 3 in a game. At least you're trying.
Right.
Take the damn shot. Philadelphia won't care if you miss. They'll be happy you're actually shooting.
They're like, oh, okay, all right, we see you trying, bro. But yeah, man, just
Interesting. Yeah, let's
Very
hopefully.
interesting fact. Very
But
interesting fact.
let's hope that he actually learns from it, and that's what we need is him to learn from it.
Right.
If he doesn't, well, I'm gonna say this: he's screwed. He's screwed. So, as a next note, before we go into our next topic, I want to bring up a sponsor that is helping us get some views and all, and we want to get them out there. Is Sleight of Hand Barbershop. They are located at 1111 Lincoln Ave, Prospect Park, PA 19076. They are now open. They've been open since Friday, which is great, but downfall is that they won't do clean shaves. So they'll schedule your haircut. They only do it by appointments. They will give you a phone number to text a cell phone so that at least you can, once you get there, and they'll give you great cuts. I know the owners personally. They both are phenomenal. Their name is Jackie and John. John, you'll love the most because he actually gets some Eagles players coming in. He had Brian Westbrook. He had Dawkins once in a while when he had hair. And he had a couple other players come in as well. So you never know. You may show up. You may meet an Eagle like I did. So check them out. Sleight of Hand Barbers. They're one of the best guys to go to.
And bring your autograph book.
Now, let's get into some soccer.
Football!
He's been waiting to say that.
I'm going to be honest, and there's nothing against it. If it's on my TV, I'll watch it. I may fall asleep. They'll probably be watching me.
Yeah, like.
I'll be honest.
Honest to God.
I have nothing against soccer at all.
It is to me, my opinion is next to I want to say next to golf is the most important sport to watch, but it is something to watch. It is not our specialty, but us as a podcast people and a sports member, it's a sports podcast. We're going to bring it up. We're going to talk about everything. That doesn't exclude some sports here. That doesn't exclude any sports. We're going to bring it up because that is what we do.
Right.
Unlike certain stations or certain other things who are only exclusive to everything, we here at the Eagles Nest appreciate all sports in every certain size, length, depth. Doesn't matter. We will still talk about it.
And
right.
fan base, because you never know, because the city of Philadelphia, we are one of the best cities for any sports.
Even though, the Philadelphia Union Stadium is in Chester,
Right.
we're going to not
Ignore that.
We're not going to bring that up.
So I'm going to say this because I don't know too much about our Philadelphia soccer team union. But please, if anyone wants to educate me, myself, Carlos, please leave some comments. Educate me. Maybe I can sit down and watch it from time to time and, get chimed in, and I would definitely enjoy it. I want to be a part of it.
As the weeks go on and months go on, we will be having an expert as far as union and one of everything basically. He will be on the next time that we talk about it. None of these guys know him, but I do. I reached out to him recently, and he will be, glad to voice his opinion, but he will not be on camera. He will be, via the phone or, voice over or something like that. But we'll educate our viewers and educate ourselves as far as union and everything else like that.
Well, one thing for sure that you guys are ignoring right out, I do watch soccer. I sit there and watch the Union. I even watch the Premier League over in England. I am, as everybody else who knows the Premier League, I am a Man U fan. I've been a Man U fan since I was 8 years old because my stepfather, ex-stepfather, mark that, he is a soccer fan. He watched all the soccers. My brother loves Arsenal, but that's the point. But the Union is coming back stronger than ever. They already have some schedules for the next couple games coming on. They have a game on the 9th against the July 9th. Sorry. Going up against the New York City Football Club, which is going to be on ESPN Live at 9 a.m. Which is actually, last time I watched a soccer game at 9 a.m., it was overseas. And when the Philadelphia Kicks were here. That brings back. Philadelphia Kicks played in the Spectrum, those who like to know. Then, they have a next game on July 14th, which is a Tuesday, against the Nashville SC, which is one of the new squads that came in. And they go up against another team, Miami, the Club Internacional de Football, which is the more Spanish team, because Miami is mainly Hispanic.
Telemundo!
Which Nashville game's on Telemundo, and that game is on Fox Sports 1 at 10:30 at night.
On another note, we're talking about football. I'm going to talk about American football, and talk about the hopefully reoccurrence of the XFL here. So I'm hoping to God that we actually, it continues, even though Vince McMahon pulled out. I'm hoping that we get the XFL back. If we do get the XFL back, I would be very happy because the league was doing very well for itself. Those 5 games that we got was so amazing. And it brought to us so many new players. It brought the NFL a lot of new players. I'm hoping that the XFL comes back. Your opinion, Carlos?
Yes. I really hope they do come back because
yes.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it 100%. I've always been a fan of XFL. It's so much so, I just like football. And if I can get an XFL, NFL, or the Canada League, either or.
The CFL.
Yeah, the CFL. I'm watching some type of man hitting man. I like brute.
He likes the men hitting the men.
Okay, now time out.
Hey, it is Pride Month, so it's fair.
Time out. Time the hell out. Not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but not me, But yes, I do like contact sport because I used to play it myself. But
as we all did at one point.
yes, and we all did at one point. Not together. We're not. I played on another team in Philly, but yeah, I definitely. I can't wait to see a sport. I watched NASCAR yesterday, just a glimpse of it, and I was slightly glued. It was something. But it wasn't that. It wasn't my football. But yes, XFL.
But let's hopefully that thing get turned around for all sports. Hopefully that it can start having fans, but with a safe distance and everybody else. So, as I think we should wrap the show up right here. We actually hit every single point with each team in Philadelphia, minus the Wings and other Philadelphia teams. But as we sign off, I want to say, God bless you, everybody. Stay safe. Enjoy everything out there. And please, I want to keep you guys posted on this, what I posted on the page before. My cousin Ashley, she actually went back into the hospital. She was in the ER. The surgeon told her to come back. They said that the pain is possibly swelling in her brain, and she's dealing with is a possibility that the blank stares that she's been having, that it could be a seizure. So please keep her in her prayers and everything else. As you notice in the top corner of our page is the emblem that our show, we support her right down to the line, and to her family who is watching, we're here for you. So,
Another thing, please, in public, wear your mask. Not just on your chin, but over your nose as well, and your mouth. And please, continue to wash your hands thoroughly for 29 seconds.
Minutes,
I almost said
goddamn.
minutes, because I'm adamant about washing my hands. Please wash your hands. Keep your children safe. Keep your family safe. And just be overall safe, please.
So, as we are signing off, don't forget to please like, share, and subscribe over on YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our page over here on Facebook. And take care now. Bye-bye then.